Even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
Allen, the man in motion right. Running on first down, Eckler. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. Second down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Slot man moves right. To throw on 2nd and 6. Herbert. This caught left side by the tight end Parham. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. Down inside the 10. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
That's a nice job right there. Get the ball out to the perimeter, get it to your guy in space. And he's just going to take this, turn upfield, and turn it into a big play in 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Whipping one into Allen. That's complete. Touchdown. Keenan Allen with a touchdown reception from Justin Herbert. And the Chargers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 7-0. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, and lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he'll find some space up to about the 25.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's Hurts to throw. And this one complete to Smith. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Give him 2 yards on the gain there, and it will take us to the end of quarter number 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd down, back to Sanders. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Hurts. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On the draw, here's Sanders. A tackle made by J.T. Woods.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 37. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They go back to the ground with Sanders. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
I actually love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Joey Bosa, that is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. The kick by Elliott is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So from an offensive perspective, at least able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, now it's time to talk about complementary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3 and out, there could be enough time on the clock that they can get the ball back for their offensive guys and maybe put some more points on the board before the half.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
And he'll be taken down after a gain of about 8, as that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. On 2nd and 2, Hurts. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Hurts sets up to throw it. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
After the turnover, here's Herbert. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. Stonewalled on 2nd down. Now let's see what they can do on 3rd and goal from the 2. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Eckler, and he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Chargers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Hopkins with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Hurts connecting there with Brown for the Eagles first. From the gun, it's Hurts. On a slant, he's got Sanders. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And that going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
They'll run with Sanders. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. And the Chargers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. He's at the 40, 20.
You thought you had it, didn't you? You thought you had it.
And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chargers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead is up to 18 now. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. In motion right comes Allen. From just shy of midfield, Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
Allen, the man in motion right. Going to throw on third down with Herbert. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. Trying to tiptoe the pylon, but they're going to say he stepped out at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
They came out with an aggressive mindset to start the third quarter, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them take more of these type of deep shots as this game moves along. They connected there. They expect to connect on more before this one's over.
Now they bring a receiver in motion right. Here's Herbert. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Gerald Everett, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Chargers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a mistake, a surprising mistake there in the kicking game as he sends that one out of bounds. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. He'll start with a handoff to Sanders. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a 1st down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Sebastian Joseph Day breaking through for the sack. Well, remember, he had the interception earlier. Now he adds the sack. He's really making his presence felt out there.
Well, he is putting together a heck of a game.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Khalil Mack picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. This is caught. It's Brown. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as this defense cannot come up with a play that they need. In fact, they surrender a big chunk, 17 yards there on 4th down. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Joey Bosa able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They'll look to throw here. Hurts fumbles it, but I believe it was covered by an Eagle. It was, and Philadelphia is going to hold on to the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. They'll set up a throw. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, 45 yards. And the Eagles are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead is down to 28-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Charger drive about to get going. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. So both teams trade touchdowns in the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert steps away to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Here's Herbert. Open man, Parham. He's got him. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. On first down, it's Herbert. Buying time to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. They're still throwing the football here. Obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. He's got it at the 15. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one goes for 36 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. The slot man in motion right. Herbert operating from the red zone. A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Herbert. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Herbert able to show his wheels as he gets the first.
He's been patient this entire game, waiting for the perfect moment to surprise them with a quarterback keeper. There he catches him off guard and converts his first rush of the game into a first down. Gotta love that efficiency.
Now it's Herbert. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, Herbert. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Kaiser White. Through an opening, and there he goes. 30, 10, 5, and nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. Well, he got pretty darn close to a 3-digit interception return for a touchdown.
And what we learn on plays like that is just how far it is from end zone to end zone. That's a long way to go, isn't it? He gave a valiant effort trying to get
open man. He's got him. That's Smith for the Philadelphia touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Eagles have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taken from about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a two-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
He's going deep for Brown. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. They'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers will take over possession here up at the 44.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Mike Williams, the intended target, but it's going to be second down.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Herbert. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Kaiser White. And the Eagles are right back in this football game. 2-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it breaks up 4th down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And he is going to have an Eagles first down. And it is a big letdown there defensively. They somehow allow him to convert on 4th and long. On first down, Hurts. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession.
A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. A gain there of 30 big ones. Turns into a long play on the post route, but he was there. What makes that so tough to defend?
When you run routes that pull extra defenders away from the middle of the field and leave it open for a one-on-one, and your quarterback manipulates that defender with his eyes, you can often get a big play right down the middle.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards on the play.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. In motion goes the tight end. They're going to pass here with Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. He's airing it out for Williams. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Herbert. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Herbert now to throw. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
And that touchdown, Charles, with very little time remaining, boy, it just sucked any energy and momentum out of the other sideline.
Yeah, take an incredible comeback in the final minute to bring this one back to even. A great series there offensively. It's all now.
And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken from about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base.
A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared, but executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Philly.